All right, guys, this is a quick video on a little troubleshooting if your furnace stops throwing out any heat. So what mine is doing right now is it'll ignite, the flames will go on, and then it kicks off. So there's two typical reasons why this might be happening. One is your pressure switch. So your pressure switch might look a little bit different than this, but what happens is this fan kicks on, it causes a vacuum, and all that is doing is removing any of those harmful gases outside, so that pipe will go up and outside. So if it's clogged outside, that is one problem. If this inductor fan is not working properly, not creating enough vacuum in here, which this tube right here is what causes that vacuum. There's a little switch inside there. If that switch doesn't move, this will tell the furnace that there's not a good enough exhaust and it will kick off. The other problem that it might be is a flame sensor. And this little wire goes up here and has a flame sensor. If that flame sensor doesn't detect flame or heat, it'll also kick the furnace off. Well, I'll have flame on there, and what'll happen is it will shut off. A lot of times that little sensor right there will have issues, and you just unscrew it, sand it off, and it might work. So let me show you what my furnace is doing right now, and you'll get an idea of what's going on. I'm gonna flip the switch on here. The inductor fan will kick on first, which should then cause this switch to open up. This is the igniter, and it should start glowing red. Stick with me. Yep, it's red. Now it's going to start sending gas. Over here's my flame sensor. There's the fire. Notice the sensor is inside that flame. If it doesn't detect heat, it's going to kick off. We'll see what happens. There it is, it just shut off. So let's just take this thing out here. We'll take the flame sensor out. We're gonna take some sandpaper on there and see if we can fix it with that. All right, we're gonna take that flame sensor out. It's just usually a 1/4 inch. All right, this should slide right out. And there it is. This is the flame sensor. So this is what we're gonna take the sandpaper to and kind of clean that up. And that usually will fix that issue. Like I said, just take a piece of sandpaper like this, and this thing usually gets dirty, and for whatever reason, it's not telling the furnace that there's flame. And that's a safety function, because if it's pushing gas and there's no flame, then it recognizes that there's going to be gas pushing into the building. So a safety measure is to just turn the furnace off. So we'll get this cleaned up and get it put back in. All right, there it is, all cleaned up. It definitely looks a lot better than it did when I first pulled it out. So now let's get it put back in there and see if this thing will work. Looks good. Get the wire reconnected here. Now let's see if this thing will stay lit. All right, moment of truth. Switch on. Inductor fan comes back on. Up here, our igniter should start glowing. It's glowing. Next should be our flame, and our sensor up there should get right in line of the flame. See if it'll stay on now. So far, so good. Heck yeah, before it would have just shut right off. Here it is, staying on. All right, so that was definitely the fix. We're still going good. It was the flame sensor the whole time. A little bit of sandpaper took care of the problem, but hopefully this helped you out. Maybe saved you a service call, because that can be expensive sometime. 5-minute job, and I got this thing fired up, ready to go again. If you like this kind of content, guys, hit the like button. Go check out some of my other videos. But until next time, we'll see you in the next video.